welcome back to the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talk show on the planet. You are watching Daily Dive. It is Monday, February the 10th, 2025. I'm your host, Michael Carvelis in Guyton, Georgia. Producer Joe is behind the scenes in Banditland, New York. We are live on 12 Ounce Sports via YouTube, Roku, and Fire TV. Subscribe to the 12 Ounce Sports channel on YouTube for other great shows and live sports. On today's awesome show, as Season 3 rolls on, game recaps. I'll talk about all 4 games from this past weekend. Also, why did the Toronto Rock exactly lose? And some viral tweets, lacrosse viral tweets from Christian Del Bianco and Curtis Dixon. And of course, 3 stars of the weekend, the best winning performances from this weekend. Who makes it? We're going to find out. We want to first let you know this show is presented by tickets.12ouncesports.com. That's tickets.numbers12, letters OZsports.com. Get your National Lacrosse League tickets for less by going to that website. That website includes all the sports and even your favorite artist concerts like Kendrick Lamar. Not to mention Broadway and theater. Tickets.12ouncesports.com. It is now time to get into our game recaps segment here. Oh, wrong one. And, of course, we got to start off with the Chiefs beating down the Eagles. Oh, wait. Wrong show. I'm kidding. That was just a scheduled joke. Anyways, the Georgia Swarm hosted the Colorado Mammoth on Friday. And in front of 5,917 people in Duluth, the Mammoth were able to get the road victory 13-12. The Swarm actually led this game 9-7 late in the third quarter. Teron Eccleston for the Swarm had 4 goals and 10 loose balls for his encore performance from last week's great game from him. But Lyle Thompson had as many goals as you and I did have 5 assists despite taking 12 shots. But Ryan Lee had 2 goals, including a game winner, and the Mammoth were able to get a victory. As I said in my LFG segment from this past week, from Thursday, that was the first game, Kai the goalie. That's a good point. But yeah, it's true. He's a Swarm fan. But anyways, I did see on my LFG, one of these teams was going to feel pretty good for getting back on track, and the other one was going to feel like, it's not a great loss. And yet, here we are. The Swarm, I believe, have lost 4 of their last 5 games. But Mammoth with a clutch victory. Next game on Friday night was the nightcap game. In front of 9,375 people, the Calgary Roughnecks once again won a game. This time it was 15-12. The Roughnecks led this game 9-3, but the game was tied at 12 late in the third quarter. Curtis Dixon and Dane Doby had more impressive games with a hat trick and 4 assists for Dixon, 2 goals, 4 assists for Dane Doby. I would like to give credit, though, to Cam McLeod. Remember like a couple of weeks ago when the Roughnecks signed Goa Abrams, and I thought that Bowman should at least be on the roster along with Abrams, and I thought McLeod hadn't been great. Well, since I said that, Cam McLeod, in back-to-back games, has not only won both of those games, but has not been benched in either of them. So shout-outs to Cam McLeod for stepping up once again, and again, making this Christian Del Bianco trade controversy very, very interesting, because Aiden Walsh, while he didn't have a great game, as well as he's played, and now you have Cam McLeod, you have those two going at it, and then you look at the Christian Del Bianco thing, and like all the trade pieces are just gaining value as time goes on. I'm not sure who it helps or hurts, haven't really thought about it, but Something to think about if Cam McLeod keeps playing like he has been. On Saturday afternoon at 1 o'clock Eastern, in front of 7,199 fans, the Thunderbirds beat the Wings 14-10. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen it. If you are NLL super fans, you probably have. But I highly suggest you check out the Brendan O'Neill goal that not only looks like it should be a SportsCenter top 10, not sure if it did, but Barstool decided to get a hold of it. And I'm not sure if the NLL has since partnered with Barstool in some capacity, because I noticed that Jordy from Barstool retweeted the Barstool Sports article. So it would be nice if we're kind of sneaking that in there. But Brandon O'Neill's goal, where he cuts the corner against his defender, dives down, flips it backhanded, one-handed into the net, was absolutely sensational, but yet it meant nothing because the Wings lost. Thunderbirds led this game 5-1, but the game did get tied at 8 midway through the third quarter. Brandon O'Neill, like I said, did have one goal. Michael Sowers made his NLL debut. How did he do? Well, 2 goals, 1 assist, and 2 loose balls. There is people in the league are talking about, or people around the Wings are talking about, how Michael Sowers has been working out and training with some of the players over there in Philadelphia, from what I've been told. And I think it helped him out with the box game. 2 goals, 1 assist in his debut. Joe Rez had 3 goals, but took 17 shots. Mitch Jones only had 1 goal. Nick Damude made 48 saves, but it was not enough. And I could go on and on about the stats for the Thunderbirds, but we're going to save those for later. One of the players who did not make our 3 stars of the weekend, even though he came close, was Jake Withers, who had 1 goal, 3 assists, 20 loose balls, and won 25 of 28 the face-off dot. But I will say there was another player who put up even better video game-like numbers. And finally, it's the game that got people talking about my takes once again. And I agree, Kyler goalie. What's his name? Brandon O'Neill was levitating. And MJG79 said he still thinks O'Neill's toe was on the line. So in front of 5,030 people in Mississauga, which is basically a sellout for that arena, the Seals beat the Rock 11-10. Elijah Gash, shout out to a friend of the show here, got his first career goal in his 13th NLL game, dating back to last season. He had a goal, and he also had a loose ball for good measure. Tom Schreiber only had 1 goal on 12 shots. Josh Dowick only had 1 goal on 13 shots, and Challen Rogers had no goals and only took 2 shots for some reason. But this game, here's the thing. The Toronto Rock were held to 5 goals at halftime. Actually, I believe after 3 quarters. And it was not looking great offensively. They all of a sudden took momentum. And then, when they were leading by, actually when the game was tied, no, they were leading by 1. It was 10-9. Rob Hellier had what I called a nasty shot. But it was an outside shot. The game was tied. Okay, settle down. We're going to be okay. Then Wesley Berg happened. Another outside shot. I had the nerve to call out what I called 2 unforgivable shots, and it led to this. You're like, Michael, first of all, who made this? What is this? What happened? Well, we're going to talk about it in the next segment. Why did Christian Del Bianco post a meme? I believe he's actually the second time he's used this, but post a meme of me being thrown through the tables by Curtis Dixon and Del Bianco. Let's talk about it next. You're not going to want to miss the next segment. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Daily Dive.
Don't go anywhere. Daily Dive will be right back.
Need tickets to that next event? Well, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got them with soccer anywhere in the world. Tickets to any venue, any sport. Want to go to NCAA or NFL football matches? We've got them.
Yeah.
Baseball at every level. Every Power 5 matchup is available. Don't forget, costumes and paint are optional. What's that? You want to go to Broadway? We have those too. Want to jam out? Every concert, every artist. That's right, at 12 Ounce Sports, we've got the tickets for less. 12ozsports.com/tickets. That's 12ouncesports.com/tickets.
Welcome to MyBookie. You're ready to create an account and start making money, and we're here to help. And remember, you can get a bonus of up to $1,000 on your first deposit. Now you're ready to bet. Just go to mybookie.ag, visit the sportsbook, click on your bet, and input the amount you want to risk or win in the bet slip. Yes, it's that easy. Just remember, at MyBookie, you play, you win, you get paid.
America, get back on track with Dust Pod's Performance Stabilizer. When applied to roadways, it kills dust and strengthens the integrity of the road. Easily applied by mixing with water, Dust Pods is the future in polymer stabilization. Call 1-833-DUST-PODS or visit dustpods.com today.
Daily Dive is back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's up? Did you know we have an audio-only podcast version of the show? Go to Spotify and search Daily Dive, where you can listen safely while still getting your fix of NLL content, or you can also click the link in our social media bios. Alrighty. We gotta get to it. What led to Christian Del Bianco making this meme? Or again, I feel like I've seen it before. Well, he's done it before, but I give him credit regardless. It was a great thing. I reposted. I thought it was wonderful. Okay. I had a tweet where I said those 2 goals that Nick Rose let in from Rob Hellier and Wesley Berg were unforgivable. So, Adam Levy quoted my tweets and said something along the lines of Nick Rose, Christian Del Bianco, and Jeff Teat should be on the couch. And I can't find it right now. I don't know if he's deleted. I'm sure I'm just skipping through it. I don't know why I didn't have it pulled up, but regardless of that, he basically said that. So then Del Bianco said death taxes. Oh, come on, man. Said death taxes and at Michael Carvelis saying things for clicks, like posting clickbait, which is not true. Then Curtis Dixon, who was saying something along the lines of, hey, it's interesting you said those are 2 unforgivable shots when one of them you called nasty. Listen, both things can be true. He can allow 2 outside shots, and Rob Hellier also had a nasty goal. But I told Del Bianco, and I'm sure he read it, but I was like, and actually he responded with this, but I was like, it is kind of funny how you ask Toronto Rock fans, and they're like, why does Nick Rose allow outside shots? It's not saying he's a bad goalie. It's just saying every goalie has a weakness. So, let's get into this. Why did the Toronto Rock lose this game? Why do they lose in the last years since like 2017? I'll get to that in a moment. But why did they lose this game? I do think the offense was absolutely atrocious. It was clunky. There was a lot of balls dying in sticks. I thought the defense was pretty good. I did think Nick Rose played a really good game, if not for those 2 last shots. But I'm not going to blame him for this specific loss. I just thought when a game is that close and you're that great of a goalie, you should probably make at least one of those saves. And we're going to overtime. I don't know. But, I mean, even Dylan Ward, the 59 save game that Dylan Ward recently had, I didn't feel like Dylan Ward lost his team that game. I don't think Nick Rose really lost his team this game, but it feels like, those 2 shots shouldn't have gone in. Again, the offense was horrible, which leads me to why they might always lose. And when I say always lose, let's make this clear. I mean, they fall short with such a great team. So in 2016, the Toronto Rock went 5-13 under head coach John Lovell. Or John Lovell. John Lovell, I don't know. They last played in the championship in 2015, in which they lost. 2016, they went 5-13. Gotta go. 2017, Matt Sawyer takes over. They lose in the Eastern Conference Finals Game 2. 2018, Matt Sawyer still the head coach. Missed the playoffs. 2019, lost the East Final. 2020, playoffs canceled. 2022, lost the East Final. 2023, lost the East Final. 2024, lost semifinal. Okay. I don't know how many times does this team have to have a good roster or a great roster from what people tell me, and how many times do they have to fall short? I do think Nick Rose's numbers speak for themselves. Nick Rose, in this season alone, has a 77.9 save percentage, okay? He's usually a 78, 79, even 80% save percentage goalie. Shout out Nick Rose. This team has got Tom Schreiber on offense. They've had Mark Matthews at times. They've got Josh Dowlick, who's blossoming. They've got Chris Boucher. They've got Challen Rogers, who plays both sides of the ball. They've got Dan Craig. They've got Corey Small. They've got Brian Cameron, who's emerging. On defense, how the Toronto Rock look. They got Mitch DeSnew, Josh Jubenville, Chris Corbeil, Justin Martin, Brad Cree, Billy Hostrauser, Latrell Harris, Elijah Gash. The list goes on. At some point, there's a reason you lose. And my top priority right now is probably the coaching. If I had to blame anybody. But you can't just say the Buffalo Bandits are that good, we'll get them next time. You can't just say that in sports. Eventually, things have to run out. Eventually, not everybody is as good as we thought, or the coaching isn't pushing us over the edge. I know there's also the group that'll say, well, to be fair, the players have to play the game, which is very true, which might lead you back to Nick Rose. But eventually, not everyone on this team is great and they might a lot of them be Hall of Famers, but not everybody is great. So maybe there's a reason why there was league circlings or league circles that may have thought if and when the Rock lost this game, they might consider becoming sellers. But I'm trying to figure out at what point do media members, at what point do fans, at what point do even other players get tired of saying, well, can't win them all. Well, yeah, no crap. But when do you win? Like, I'm trying to be nice here. I want to kind of blame the coaching because that's always seems like in other sports they kind of get the take the fall first. But sometimes the players have to step up too. And I've had great relationships with Toronto Rock, with their PR. I've interviewed quite a few of their players, including Nick Rose. They've all been fantastic. But eventually, you got to have answers. And to be fair, you could also say the first 5 games of the year, they were badly injured. So maybe give this year a pass. But when the San Diego Seals are scoring 9 goals and those two are lead in the pipes, it's frustrating. So maybe you do play it out through the rest of the season, but eventually, if the Rock get healthy again, if we can even wait till that point, what's going to happen? So that's my thing, man. They got rocked, and I thought they'd come back and won that game. Silly, silly me. All right. We come back to this awesome show. We're going to get into my 3 stars of the weekend. And one of them did come from that Rock and Seals game. Don't go anywhere. We're going to wrap it up next. You're watching Daily Dive.
Don't go anywhere. Daily Dive will be right back.
You need tickets to that next event? We've got them. That's right, tickets.12ozsports.com. Get you to any sporting event, concert, theater event that you can think of. And the promo code 12OZ or ROME gets you an additional discount. Don't feed the massive ticket corporate machine. Go to tickets.12ozsports.com and enjoy the show. America, get back on track with Dust Pod's Performance Stabilizer. When applied to roadways, it kills dust and strengthens the integrity of the road. Easily applied by mixing with water, Dust Pods is the future in polymer stabilization. Call 1-833-DUST-PODS or visit dustpods.com today.
What up, everybody? It's producer Joe, the baddest daddy in producing history, here to tell you all about the baddest, daddiest merch store. Go to the link tree in the bios of either our IG or Twitter, and from there you can access merch for the only Monday through Friday live lacrosse talk show on the internet. I repeat, the only Monday through Friday live lacrosse talk show on the internet. We got hoodies for when your girl comes over and wants to cuddle. Just don't let her take it when she leaves. How about a baddest daddy cap for when you lie about how much you hate Mike in this show, but you're still here? We've got beanies so you can do that in the cold too. Guys, what's going to happen when all these moms see you dropping your kid off at practice in this thing? Sip like a daddy and feel like a baddie? Check out that mug. 6-time NLL champ Johnny T and savior of my Buffalo sports childhood knows what I'm talking about. Guys, I'm really going to need you to start buying shit because I'm getting sick of doing Instacart. But yeah, go check it out so you can start repping and supporting the brand. Producer Daddy out.
Daily Dive is back in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mustard! All right, so when today's awesome show ends and you're getting your tickets for the next game, buy your tickets for less at tickets.12ouncesports.com. That's tickets.numbers12lettersozsports.com. You will not regret seeing things live knowing you got your tickets for a great price. It's time to get into our 3 stars of the weekend. Week number 11. The best winning performances from these players. 3rd star, thriving and diving Ryan Lee. With 2 goals, 6 assists, 5 loose balls, and the game winner, Ryan Lee wins his 1st star of the year. 2nd star is going to come from that Seals Rock game. 4 goals and 3 loose balls from Wesley Berg, including the dagger. I guess I should have put a game-winning goal on his too. I kind of didn't think about that, but yeah, he had a game-winning goal too, so that's my fault. When I post those later, you'll see that stat. Wow! Hello, NLL 25. That's if EA Sports made a video game. 1 goal, 2 assists, 2 block shots, 18 loose balls, 6 caused turnovers. Graham Hosick, you are, first of all, great legs. You are fantastic. You win our 1st star of the weekend. Again, I will let you read these again. I'll read them out loud for people on audio. 1 goal, 2 assists, 2 block shots out, 18 loose balls, 6 caused turnovers. by one player, Graham Hosick. Terrific job by Graham Hosick. All right. Because this, yes, sir, it is the shoes. Because we have a new sponsor and station owner, Gamble Guy did put this in here. I'm just going to show this coffee commercial and then we'll get out of here because we got time anyway. So we'll just give me a second here. Coffee Bros Roastery. There you go. I'll add that to the actual commercial block, but it was in here. I know. I was like, okay, cool. We're going to use it. All right. Thanks so much for watching today's show, for commenting and all that good stuff. Reminder that you guys are the bread. You're the butter. You are the A minor. To my Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef insults, whatever you want to call it. For all of our folks that come on the show as a guest, like those to come and those last week, and Adam and Pat every Friday, thank you for sharing your audience with us, giving us validity and relevance. For Bigo, who's always tapping it up on social media and our Instagram stories, and of course for the baddest daddy in producing history, producer Joe, great pet owner as well. I'm your host, Mike, so you have a great rest of your day. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place on sports, all the great platforms. This has been Daily Dive. Bye.
Thanks for watching Daily Dive. See you next time.